Hey everyone, it's Viki from MindBodyFood. I'm checking in with you again today after my last video last Tuesday, which came in after a vulnerable post that I posted on my Facebook page. Now, the video last week was really a very immediate summary after I had left the blood bank and my plasma donation, and the very difficult and slightly overwhelming confrontation of having to get on the scales. Something I probably had taken a bit for granted as a regular donator to this particular clinic where I go every fortnight, and got out of the habit of having to get on the scales. So last Tuesday, I shared that overwhelm with you, and I also shared that discomfort and vulnerability with you because I'm not immune to having these kinds of experiences anymore just because I've recovered from an eating disorder. I'm fully recovered from my eating disorder, but I'm still a woman, I'm still a human being, I still have a relationship with myself and my body, and I'm still confronted with certain challenges at times that have me questioning, am I taking the best care of myself? Am I honoring and loving and being compassionate with myself and where I'm at this time in my life? So what I wanted to do for those of you who really resonated with my video and my post last week, and I know that there are a lot of you, thank you so much for your emails and your messages. I really deeply appreciate you allowing me to hold that space with you. What I wanted to do was just to share with you what I have focused on in the last 9 days since I posted that video that has had me moving from where I was feeling, which was very agitated in my body, in the awareness and insight that I had not been taking care of myself, that my body was rebelling and responding to that, and feeling a little bit lethargic, tired, and just, I don't like using the word or the term feeling fat, because fat is not a feeling, but feeling heavy, we'll say that. So what I've done in the last 9 days is, instead of focusing and worrying about what the scale said, because I made that conscious decision when I decided, okay, it's either get on the scales or don't donate. And donating is so much more important to me than allowing these stupid little scales and the number on them to dictate whether I'm going to have a good day or a bad day, or whether I'm going to be a worthy person, for the next couple of months or not. So what I wanted to do was focus on my health, focus on what was I doing that had gotten me out of balance, that had gotten me to a place of feeling uncomfortable in my body again. So what I did was I looked at all the things that I wasn't doing that make me feel good. And I wasn't always having breakfast. I wasn't meditating enough to have that time out, that intention setting, and that quiet moment for myself to just sort of connect into my soul and make sure I'm on the right path. I was prioritizing emails and phone calls and commitments above my own natural hunger signals. So I wasn't always having lunch, or I was having a very delayed lunch, which of course after, a half-hearted breakfast left me very fatigued and often very hungry mid to late afternoon. So once I recognized what I had been doing that was not in my best interest, just being really clear about what are the unhealthy habits that I had started to adopt, then I cancelled each one of them out one by one by focusing on what would I like to be doing instead, or what do I know is going to make me feel better instead. So you can see here I wasn't focusing on weight or weight loss. I was focusing on wellness and well-being. So what I did was I made sure I got up a little earlier, which meant going to bed at a decent hour. And for the last week, just over a week, I have gone to bed a little earlier. I have had great sleeps, getting better and better. And I have got up a little bit earlier to go outside and sit on the steps out in the veggie patch and just tune in. Breathe, tune in, do a meditation, whichever one came up for me at that time, listening to the birds, the wind, the breeze, the early morning sounds of nature, and just giving myself that moment to really check in with myself and set my intention for the day. I made sure I had breakfast every day this week, and I have changed it up every day. I've had from eggs and avocado on sourdough to banana and nut butter smoothies. And this morning I had an acai bowl with nuts and seeds. So I've had different breakfasts. I've made it interesting. I've made it colorful. I've made the textures and the aromas really something that I can sit with at breakfast to tune into my hunger and really feel satisfied as I nourish myself. I've also started writing my top 3 to-do lists for the day. So if anything else didn't get done, as long as those top 3 ones were getting done, it was helping me to stay focused and not try to get every single thing done that I possibly could. I'm not Superwoman. I am an awesome woman. So I just wanted to focus on getting my top 3 priorities done. And that in itself just took a lot of pressure off trying to get everything done and prioritize all of that stuff, which ended up taking precedence over me and my hunger and my need to move my body. Now, the other thing I did was make sure that I had lunch. So sometimes what I would do is make a bit extra for dinner so that I would have a good lunch all ready to go between clients the next day. That has made a big difference as well, because now I'm no longer feeling fatigued in mid-afternoon. I'm no longer really ravenous for food that I just want to eat really quickly instead of have the time slowly to prepare. And that has just balanced my energy levels so well. So apart from getting to sleep earlier, getting up a little earlier with that extra sleep, having that intention setting and meditation, quiet time in the morning, making sure I've been having breakfast and making sure I've been having lunch. I have also been getting on my mini tramp and getting on my stationary bike. I've got the dumbbells out and I've been doing squats. So for people who sit a lot during the day, and as over half of my clients now are all via Skype, I do a lot of sitting throughout the day on my client days. So what I do is I get up between clients, I walk around the house, I will do 10 squats, or I will get down on the floor and do a downward dog, and I will just move. And at nighttime, I will jump on the tramp or ride the bike a little bit faster for 12 seconds. Sometimes I'll go hard for 30 seconds and then rest till my heart rate comes back down. They're called HIIT workouts, high intensity sessions. And that, combined with the regular nourishment of my body, getting the extra sleep, having that stress relief time in the morning, has just made me feel so energized, light, happy, and just really connected to myself. So again, the focus was on wellness this week, looking at what was my unhealthy habits that I had let creep in the last few months, and then swapping them for the activities, the choices, and the rituals that really make me feel good, that increase my sense of well-being, happiness, health, energy, and wellness. So ask yourself, where is your focus? Do the scales have so much power over you because your focus is on weight loss? Or can you focus on what you want more of, not what you're trying to get rid of and reduce? As always, take care of you. You are the most important person in your life, and you deserve to be happy, love yourself, and taste freedom. Take care. See you next time.